Out of the Blue, proudly brought to you by San Remo. We're family.
Another surprise!
Out of the blue,
You want that with fries?
out of the blue. Come with me across the sea on a barbecue. We're gonna cook for you.
Nothing but blue skies!
Out of the blue,
You want some chili with those fries?
out of the blue.
Hi and welcome to another episode of Out of the Blue. Well, today's program comes from the delightful city of Lucca in Italy. And I have to say, we've travelled around a lot, but this place, this beautiful city, has such a sense of civic pride. You know what? The people are just so proud to live here. Lucca is a stunning city in Tuscany, central Italy. Situated on the river Circio, in a fertile plain near the Tyrrhenian Sea. This episode in Lucca is a Puccini extravaganza. We visit his villa and cook one of his favourite pasta recipes.
And this is where you get the most amazing experience.
Beautiful, I'm with you. But first, we have a real Puccini treat. We're about 20 minutes from the historic town of Lucca at a place called Torre del Lago, and it's where Puccini wrote many of his famous operas. In fact, they celebrate these operas here during the summer months in this beautiful open-air theatre, and the lake is behind. It's a wonderful setting. Tonight, something pretty special, Turandot, is going to be performed here, and we've got even something more special for you. We're actually going to go behind stage.
Turandot is a dream of Puccini. He was in love especially with this story. This opera for me is the maximum as an orchestral technique and expression, the maximum of our century, the last century.
When I was graduating from high school, I said to my mom, I'm going to go to New York. I'm going to be a big star. And she said, no, you're going to go to university. And you're going to study something that makes money. So making a living in the arts is really difficult to do, and it takes not only a lot of talent, but it takes a huge amount of luck. I got a phone call from a conductor that I had auditioned for 5 years previous. And he said, do you remember that audition you did for me? And I said, yeah. And he said, well, I'd really like you to do Turandot for me. I said, I can't sing that. And he said, oh yeah, I think you can. I really think you should. I'm going to send you the contract, just learn it. I'll see you next October. Really? Okay. And I've done over 120 performances of this role. It changed my life.
After the break, Michael and Adam cook one of the Puccini's favorite pasta recipes.
This is Puccini's residence, and it's only a short stroll from the lake. He lived here for a number of years, about 30, and this is the room where, in fact, he composed most of his operas. It's quite amazing when you think there's a piano, a pencil, and a few pieces of paper, and all that beautiful music. Most of it came out of this room. Giacomo Puccini first came to Torre del Lago in 1891. After living in several rental houses, he built this villa in 1899. It's now a museum with most of the rooms fully intact and just how Puccini would have left them. Puccini certainly had a love for all the really nice things in life, and you can see that by inside his villa, the artworks, the tapestries, the furniture. Also here in the garden, you can see that love of putting the garden together. And I know he loved food as well, and I happen to have one of his most favoured recipes. I'm going to find Adam, and we're going to put it together. You know, I really love this time of Italy. Summer's just finishing, into autumn. There's plenty of beautiful ripe tomatoes and of course beans. And I've picked up some magnificent beans here because I understand that one of Puccini's favourite dishes involved beans. And I've got my old mate here, Adam, to help out here. G'day, Adam.
Hey, Michael, how are you?
Hey, Adam, I'm very well, thanks. These are not quite the beans that he used in his recipe, but Belotti beans are just sensational, aren't they?
They look lovely. Look at that. And you know the good thing about beans, Michael?
They're so
Give
good
you
for
lots of power.
But do they really?
Energy. My research tells me his favourite pasta dish was a bit of a take on like a pasta fagioli and pasta di patati.
That means beans and potato?
Very good. Right. Oh, done. So what I need you to do, Michael, is basically we've got some more borlottis over here that have already been soaked.
Because they dry them, don't they? Then they re-soak them when they need them.
You need for at least soak for a couple of hours, in the water. I'll try everything today. So we're using the San Remo egg tagliatelle today, all right? So now, the great thing about egg pasta is you get this beautiful voluptuous taste, this really nice richness to the dish.
Voluptuous.
Yeah, it gets this just beautiful texture. Hey, meat and pasta.
Okay,
oil. So you need to chop, please.
Okay. And you know, sage is an easy plant to grow in the garden. And the other thing about sage, if you sort of drink a bit of wine, red wine, and your teeth sort of get a little bit even after you clean them, just take some sage off and crush a little and go like that. Seriously.
What about coffee? Does it get rid of coffee stains?
It does. Beautiful. Does the whole lot.
Yeah, no.
And of course, rosemary, great if you've got a cough, particularly if you've got a chronic cough. Rosemary tea is very good indeed. Anything else you want to know?
Dr. Michael here today, hey? I thought I'd come here to cook. So you chop that up.
I'll chop all that.
I got the garlic already peeled there for you, Michael. Get that in there. So,
hey, one thing about here though, it's lovely and quiet because being a composer, he would have to almost demand that of the area where he could just sit and get sort of any other sort of context of music out of his...
I thought you might chew too much. So look, I already got some chopped in. I'm going to get that fried off.
You're making me... I can't believe it.
Excuse me, Chef.
That's all right, Chef.
Now, the thing about this, so we've got to fry off those herbs with the garlic. You want to cook them out for a couple of minutes, so just let them break down, infuse the oil.
It's a beautiful aroma coming out of that.
It is.
Stunning.
Beans and patates.
Now, what did you do with the potato?
So all we've done is just basically peeled them and boiled them for about 5 minutes, so just nice and tender.
Oh,
okay, so we're just going to break them up. Get the beans in there also.
Bit of art, bit of love.
There you go. All that side. So just look, it's going to pick up. The potatoes are going to break down. Use the back of the spoon if you need to. You can add some stock or water. I'm just adding water to today.
Okay.
Okay. Now we need to let that cook for a couple of minutes. Just give it a good season also. Some
You
salt.
love your pepper and salt, don't you?
Michael.
Really just brings out the flavour. It does. I mean,
you need to season everything. There's a reason why salt and pepper were made for. It's to season and give everything some love.
Yeah.
Look at that, Michael. It's reduced down, thickened up quite well. In with our tagliatelle.
Egg pasta.
Egg pasta. With the ribbons, okay, the tagliatelle, the sauce of the dish will start to cling to the pasta. And this is where you get the most amazing experience.
Beautiful. I'm with you.
All right. Just softly, we'll turn off the heat. Just fold that through with a wooden spoon.
Beautiful.
Always love a good splash of olive oil right at the end.
Love it.
Okay.
You know how I said when you cook having wine and that, I mean, I sort of suggested maybe a red wine, but I reckon something...
Just hold on one sec.
What you just said?
Got a nice little rosé. Maybe Puccini would like the little rosé. What do you think?
It's a shingleback rose from South Australia. That is fantastic. That would be perfect. Absolutely perfect. So what would you call that?
I think I'd be calling this a nice tagliatelle, fagiolini and patati.
Hey, don't go anywhere. After the break, I show Michael my own favorite pasta recipe.
For 4 ingredients, I can't believe this. What about a little pepperoncino?
My family came into Lucca in around 1846. The first who came was named Felix Pfanner. He came from Austria and he was a brewer. he rent this garden and he started to make beer. After 10 years, he made a lot of money, so he was able to buy floor by floor the old building, which became Palazzo Pfanner. The Palazzo Pfanner is still owned by my family, who lives here, and we decided to open the garden and the noble floor to the public, to the visitors, in order to maintain it, because it's very hard to maintain such historical building, especially in Italy. There is a central part, the noble floor, with frescoes belonging to the first half of the 18th centuries, and you can see also an imposing staircase, which was built in around 1686 by local artists. And also the garden belonged to the first half of the 18th century and was built, designed by a famous architect of those times called Filippo Juvarra.
You know, every now and then you do something in a dream environment, and in my case, this is my dream location, the beautiful garden of Villa Fana in Lucca. And I'm not sure what I'm going to cook, but I've got my old mate Stefano. Please come in. This is Stefano's recipe. Stefano, buongiorno. Buongiorno. Yes. Now, Steph, what are we cooking today?
We today have a very old and quick Italian recipe.
Okay.
First of all, you need a fantastic Sanremo pasta, egg pasta. Number one. Number two, you need extra virgin olive oil.
2.
Then you need Roman pecorinos.
3.
And the last
is
the last.
The last.
It's
only 4 ingredients. What's the last one? Pepper. So we're going to make a recipe that is a traditional here.
Yes,
in Lucca?
No, really, is something that I propose to you because everybody can make it.
Now, Steph, I've been warming the oil up. I haven't put any pepper in yet. How much pepper do we need?
I can't tell you how much, but I can show you how much.
So,
okay,
you can't tell us, but you can show us.
I'll show you.
That's right. So that would have been, I reckon, a couple of tablespoons.
I think so.
What's the next ingredient?
The next ingredient is...
you haven't forgotten.
Let me think.
Pecorino Romano.
You start to stir because that's okay.
So you make that into a bit of a cream.
A little bit of a cream.
Oh,
cream.
Look at that.
Cream. Okay.
What's next?
Next is the pasta. This fantastic egg Sanremo pasta.
Yep, beautiful.
Yes, put in.
Oh boy. That's starting to smell really fantastic. For 4 ingredients, I can't believe this.
Add some other pecorino.
Right, look at that. Mixing into that, see that there, look. Oh, there's seriously, the aroma coming out of here is something to behold. In this glorious garden. Steph, isn't it a beautiful garden?
Yes, it is a place where a lot of film has been shooted. Okay. One is a portrait of a lady with Nicole Keelan.
Nicole Keelan.
Yes.
Australian.
Doesn't look exactly like you, but plate.
On the plate. Here we go.
In case you note that the pasta is dry, you can add a little bit of the water.
Okay. Oh, the pepper.
That's it.
Here we go.
Here we go. That's easy, quick, and very tasty.
And the pepper, I would have thought, Steph, it would have been really hot, but it's not.
It's not.
It's beautiful.
Because it's an amalgama of everything get together and mix up. And
my compadre, well done. Thank you very much indeed.
Do you need an autograph?
You can follow him on Facebook. Stefano, chef excellento.
After the break, my mate Michael takes to the streets of Lucca.
You know, I just love walls. Are powerful and protective, like this one that goes around the ancient city of Lucca in Italy. It took almost 100 years to build, from the 16th century to the 17th century. And it's never been breached. The walls in some places are 8 metres wide. The only person to ever come into this city was Napoleon, and he's had a great influence. The circumference of the wall is around about 4 kilometres. And all the way around you can see the influence of Napoleon. And the best way to do that is by push bike.
Hey Michele!
Hey!
Ciao!
Ciao! Hey, un momento! It is a fantastic feeling riding along this wall, the 21st century. You can imagine what it would be like 300 years ago. And the weather today is just glorious for a bike ride. It's around about 25 degrees and beautiful under the Tuscan sun. And here's yet another one of the fabulous structures you see along the track. This is the Cathedral of San Martino, and this started to be built in the 13th century and took 200 years before it was finished. And inside is a special crucifix that attracts pilgrims from far and wide. Now, when you finish the delightful ride, why not come here to the Antique Ristorante and their beautiful gardens and have a cold beer. Hey, look, I really hope you've enjoyed our program from Lucca. I came here some years ago and only spent one day, and it was far, far too short. So next time, spend at least 3 or 4 days. Cheers, salute, see you next time. Doing, I don't know.
Who knows, I'll tell you. Who knows, it's going to end up in the water real soon.
And I'm going to dig up Adam now, and we're going to cook it.
Where was he buried?
Dig up Adam.
I'm gonna dig him up.
Out of the Blue, proudly brought to you by San Remo. We're family.